Can you see
All
me?
right. I can see you. Can you see me?
Yes, I can.
I was just finishing my last bite. All
Hi.
right. Welcome, everyone. It is Monday and we got our group together. Jesse, what's going on?
Good. Thank you. Sorry about yesterday. I had a
Yeah.
bad day yesterday, but I'm okay. Um, anyway, well, I kind of want to talk about it. So, like, I talk about gratitude. You talk about gratitude a lot, obviously, but can you like because I was reading like a blog post how like it's a lot easier to start off with the smaller things. Can you like talk about that? Because sometimes I feel like I have to force myself to be grateful for things that I'm genuinely not grateful for. I know like I could shift my perspective on it, but like can you talk about
Yeah.
that a
I have a
bit?
rule of looking for things that I'm taking for granted of. So there's a general rule of gratitude of what am I taking for granted that other people are wishing for. And during the pandemic, it became easier and easier to see, just down to the core of human existence that I wasn't even grateful for human existence. I wasn't grateful for the breath that I was taking. I wasn't grateful for all the toilet paper I had or whatever it may be. That we can't just take for granted what other people are wishing for. And when we provide gratitude for more and more of what we have, that means we're appreciating what we have, which means we accelerate, grow, and expand. And if we give it away, we give that same gratitude away, we have a bigger void to fill. We're expanding and growing, and more comes into our life. So, at its core, being grateful for the little things and taking baby steps in the little things are actually part of the process of appreciation, which is also a process of expansion, growth, and acceleration. And we're just expanding the void or the vessel for the universe to fill us with more and more good things, living between limitlessness and infinity.
Okay. Thank you. So that helps a lot. So like it's the like energy of gratitude, not always like
Yeah.
the actual focus.
Yeah, exactly. The more you stay in a higher frequency, which is gratefulness is a thoughtful frequency, a high frequency, the better things will be. So being thankful for the little things energetically does as much as being grateful for big things that you've received. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Oh, awesome. All right. By the way, just as a thing, we are switching over platforms. So if anyone doesn't have the link, make sure you reach out to Mike at dmeltzer.com or just email me. But we're switching platforms for the group. So please uh, check the link that you got or email me. Go ahead. Hey, Stevie.
What's up? How's it going, Dave?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm excellent, thank you. I always try to I always try to beat Jessie Simon on here, but she's
I know.
like the
She's
first.
camping out, I think. Yeah,
She's quick on the draw.
exactly.
I know that you recommend the more traditional styles of like going door to door to sell or getting people on the phone. So who do you recommend, or what kind of person do you recommend go and sell house to house?
What type of person or how to?
Who do you recommend it for? And then, yeah, how to.
Well, I recommend it for everyone. Uh, in sales because nobody's doing it. It's like phone calls. People love to text, email, etc. And so, if you understand the open-ended question template and want to practice that, if you don't understand it and want to practice it, there's no better way than knocking on a door and asking, "Hey, what are you doing today for solar? you know, what do you like about it? What don't you like about it? Would it help you if I did this? Could you see any reason you won't want to move forward?" All day long, it's the best process of finding open minds, open hearts, and open hands, enabling you in person to communicate effectively, which will just transcend onto the text messages, and emails, and media side of things. I highly suggest anyone in those type of sales that are revolving around the home, inside the home, outside the home, through the home, real estate, furniture, outdoor furniture, barbecue, car cleaning, anything that revolves around that home, knocking on at least 50 doors a day, 7 days a week will change your life.
And if you're knocking on 50 doors a day, what can you expect? Because that can take a long time. Like if what if you spend I guess a portion of the people are going to turn you away, and then a portion of people are going to listen to you for a few minutes, and a portion of the people are going to listen to you for, you're going to talk to them for an hour, or how
Yeah,
does that?
well, I don't talk to anyone for an hour, right? I have a 520 rule. So my goal in a door knocking situation is to stimulate interest, right? Is to stimulate
Mhm.
interest, to set up a more efficient way to share a vision with transitioning that interest and sharing that vision. So for me, if I'm lucky, I'll have 15 conversations and 50 door knocks. So, number one, 25 minutes would be the door knocks, 1 minute for the door knocks that doesn't result in a conversation. So that's 25 minutes. Then the 15 are 5-minute conversations that you have. So that's, an additional basically 2 hours of your day that you can do it. But, the interesting thing is it's not that you start finding the overlap in what you're doing. So on the weekend, if you go to the grocery store, you pick maybe a grocery store that's one neighborhood over, and you go ahead and knock when you go to the grocery store on 10 doors, and then another time 10, and you maybe, you don't do 50 a day to start. I do that for real estate agents, but maybe you do 10 a day. But if that's your business, there's no better way to spend 2 hours than knocking on doors, because when you have, and the open-ended question template and the open-minded, open-hearted, and open-handedness of talking to people and finding out what they need and what they don't need, and if they have anyone that can help you, and you're hitting a neighborhood, all of a sudden all these efficiencies start occurring. you know no better way than being outside doing that than sitting at home calling, emailing, and not getting the statistical success or the education that you would get by door knocking.
All right, great. Thank you.
You got it, Stevie P. Thank you.
Take care.
You got it. All right, Laurie.
Whoa!
Ah,
Darn it. Wow. Okay. Already? Can you hear me?
can I eat?
Can you hear me? Okay. Well, shoot. Okay. I didn't know. That was so fast. Gosh darn it. Well, technology. All right. So groovy. I guess it actually, the universe has a very funny sense of humor. So hello. And that being said, it's actually, my question is about prioritizing, because as I say, and I'm learning, right? Like slow is the flow and fast is fun. But we also need to like I got to plan for success, but live in the moment, be in the know now. I know I'm practicing. I have all these little, this new rhetoric, but just any feedback on prioritizing, just how to kind of.
Yeah. So prioritizing is, to me, the check mark of knowing your what, your who, and your how. Those people that know the what, the who, and the how have no problem prioritizing because they know what's important to them, and they know the activities they have planned don't have planned in their sleep. So those people that procrastinate, those people that feel stuck, those people that think they're lazy, just really have a prioritization problem. And the reason they have a prioritization problem is that they don't know their what, their who, and their how. So keep on practicing taking inventory of your what, knowing who can help you, who you can help, and how you're going to get it done by being a student of the calendar, utilizing the lenses of productivity, accessibility, and gratitude, being efficient, effective, and statistically successful in what you do. And you'll find that prioritization becomes an aspect of what you do. And the better you are prioritizing, the more you realize that you're practicing the right things. You good?
Good. Groovy. Thank you. Unfortunately, sound connection. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I love you much. Thank you.
Bye. Look who's back.
Hey, buddy. Where are we here? There we go. How you doing?
Shady's back again. What's up, Todd Lawson?
Oh, man, I just got back from a pretty epic 3-day paddle. We paddled a big river here in BC, 100 Ks, 20 of us. But yeah, it's good to be in nature and disconnect for a while.
Nice.
But now we're back in the saddle. Okay, a couple things to fire at you. Good news is that I got a publisher for my book.
Nice.
So Inside the Belly of an Elephant is the name, and it's in the queue right now. Unfortunately, I have to wait like almost 2 years for it to be in print because of the busy nature. They got a bunch of stuff in queue, so that's totally fine though. I can work on stuff and tweak it and get it to where I absolutely want it. And there we go. I'll just have to practice patience.
Awesome.
Yeah. So now, business-wise, with my new endeavor, I have found an investor who wants to help me out. He's a friend. He's willing to take on a bit of risk here. But from a question for you, should I just still try and bootstrap it if I can, or should I take some investment because I know that I'm going to need to spend a bit more money, to make it there?
Timing and risk tolerance. So, when we're looking at whether we should take investment or not, it's a matter of timing and risk tolerance. If somebody's going to give you, $1 million at $100 million valuation, I'd say take it. If someone's going to give you $1 million at $1 million valuation, I'd say don't take it.
Mm-hmm.
So the aspect of when to take money is determinative upon your timing, risk tolerance of, what's being offered and where you're at. So, get and make sure your timing and risk tolerance, and then determine, where's my bottom line and what's the perceived value. If they give you an offer above the bottom line, take it or negotiate higher. If they give you your perceived value, then take it for sure. Don't ask for more.
Okay.
So, in the respect of finding timing and risk tolerance, you need to know your perceived value and your bottom line, see where, the offer falls, and then you can determine whether or not to take money or not. It's not just a obtuse, obscure decision. I'm going to take money now or I'm not. It's like people telling me what their exit strategy is. And I said, how do you know your exit strategy when you don't know, one, your timing and risk tolerance, and two, what offer you have? I promise you I could change your exit strategy if I offered you $1 billion for your company today. Your exit strategy would be completely different than it was this morning.
And should it be factored in or worked around as a safe round?
Yeah. So if it's somewhere between 0 and 500 grand,
Mm-hmm.
then just use a safe note with a convertible 20% discount to market, real standard, with like $1 million to $3 million cap.
And let's say you borrow X amount of dollars today, depending on how flexible he is, would I be able to just say, let's go ahead with this, but give me 6 months and then I'll start paying it back? So you
can get 3-year balloon payments. You can do all kinds of stuff for sure.
Balloon payments. What's a balloon payment?
Balloon payment is I'll borrow the money and then I'll pay you all back in 3 years.
With interest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because otherwise there's no real benefit for them. They're just giving you money, right?
Yeah. Or converting, you can have an option to convert with warrants and options as well. So there's a variety of different things that you can do. So some people pay interest over the 3 years and then pay back the principal in 3 years. So they'll only make the interest payments. Some people pay nothing with the balloon payment with interest plus principal. Some people have a convertible option that says after 3 years, I can pay you the principal plus interest, or you can convert part or parcel at a 20% discount to market, whatever it may be.
Okay, cool. Now, just to clarify, did you say bloom or balloon?
Balloon, Balloon. Yeah, balloon.
Okay. Okay, my man. That's about all I got for you. Have a good week.
Congrats, man. Thanks.
Love you, brother. Ciao.
Love you too. Awesome. More success. I love it. There she is, right out of the shower. What's up?
Hi. Well, this is actually raining. Yeah, the rain caught me while I was working, but it's really nice. So I have a couple of questions, and I think the first one is, how did you knew you're ready to coach others?
How did I know what?
That you were ready to coach other people.
When they asked me to. So I didn't know I was ready to coach other people. I was speaking on a stage, and a 33-year-old kid that lived in my neighborhood came up to me and said, "Can you please mentor me?" And I said, "Well, I don't really do that." He said, "Well, you should. Can you please mentor me?" I said, "Well, you can't afford me." He said, "Well, how do you know? You didn't tell me how much you are." And I said, "Well, hold on. Let me figure this out." And that's when I decided that I was ready to coach people.
because like two opportunities came to me. One is helping people gain skills for the job market, and the other one is mentoring uh, young kids, which I always want to do. And now I'm like, scared, and all the thoughts coming out. So it's like, you've been talking about this for the last year. Now it's here, like, and I was like, okay, now it's real. It's we want something, we go after it, and then it becomes real, and you're like, oh my god. So yeah,
It's real. It's time.
yeah. And my next question is about lying. So will I am taking medical leave because I have like a family event, and the last time I wanted time off, it was like a big whatever, and now I'm like, I want to avoid that, and also I don't feel comfortable doing this. And I know I choose it, like I can say it's the environment, but I also chose to, say I'm sick and whatever, like lie. So how do you deal with that? Like I'm not comfortable in doing this. I choose to do it. How do I accept that I've done it and move on and forgive myself?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you did. You've already can't stumble over speed blocks behind you or speed bumps behind me. You really just want to forgive yourself and do it better next time and take the lessons that you've learned of how you would do it next time and implement them next time. And that's how you execute on the forgiveness side of what you're doing. But you definitely don't want to beat yourself up over it. You just move on and learn the lesson and utilize the lesson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love the idea of don't stumble. Yeah. And the next thing is, I know you talked about internships, like everybody in your company starts as an intern. And I would like to learn more about that, because I feel like for me, it's like my job, it's taught me on how to be more me and be more calm. I'm still having a lot to learn in that, and also feel like a transition is coming. um and I want to know if you take international people, or there's any opportunities.
Yeah, we always have opportunities for internships, and you just got to reach out to Colleen. We have remote ones, live ones. That's exactly how we love everyone around the world to participate. It's a minimum 10 hours a week.
Okay. Oh, that, yeah. And being around your environment, and yeah, that will definitely help me a lot. So yeah, thank you for everything, and thank you for believing in me, because now everything is becoming real. So yeah, I'm nervous, and also I'm super excited. So yeah, it's amazing. So thank you for
Well, thank you for believing in you. So that's a big compliment. Good job.
thank you. Have a great day and week. See
You
you.
got it. My two favorite letters, GG. Thank you. All right, my Oilers. But oh man, the beard is looking better than ever. That thing doesn't even look real.
It's been a while, man.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm all right. I just wanted to catch you up on life. I missed the group. I got like months and months of training to catch up on, so I'm looking forward to
Lots
this.
of
And
good stuff.
I've already,
Laurie, GeGe, Todd, they've all manifested all types of dreams already. So you're missing out.
yeah, no, I'm gonna catch up. I promise you that. 2021's been a rough year. My condo flooded. My building caught fire. I talked to you back in June. I don't even have
Too
a
bad it
question.
didn't flood after it caught on fire. You could have avoided this situation.
Hey, I got sued by my property management team, so there, I got that on my record now too. But I got
Yeah.
all my money back, which is great. So
Being sued just means you're successful enough that you have something that somebody else wants.
no, it's great. I've been counting it as the first 6 months of 2021. If you count them as a boxing match, I lost all 6 rounds, but I got my comeback coming for the last 6, so it's good.
Doesn't
Catching
matter
up
how
on
you
life.
start, it's how you finish.
Yeah. For believing in me. I talked to you back in June about my work situation. My co-host in radio ended up leaving. They were trying to terminate my contract. Pardon my language, motherfuckers. I got my new contract. You said I would be making more money than I ever was before, and I'm well on my way now. So, David, I owe you a lot, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate that.
You got it, man. Anytime.
Anytime. I'm joining the group regularly, but I want to catch up on everything else. So, again, thank you. Looking forward to seeing the rest of the questions. Cheers.
Congrats. Can't wait to see the second half. Awesome, man. Congrats. You guys are killing it. It's just a group thing. We got a collective consciousness of success and fulfillment and passion and purpose and profitability here in this group. Speaking of which, don't even call it a comeback. Look who's here. It's Big B in the place to be. What's up?
My car just broke down, so I kind of figured this out as we're
For a reason. He wanted you to stop and pay attention to me.
Oh my Lord Christ, man! I really just.
Breathe, Bryan. Breathe, my friend.
Oh my God, I'm just gonna go crazy right now. Just give me a second.
Yeah, we'll take Janine on. We'll come back to you, okay, B? Let him breathe a little bit. Janine, are you there?
Yeah,
Hello?
can you give me one moment? I'll be with you momentarily.
All right, put Bonnie on. We'll put Bonnie on, then you. Hello.
I was definitely not expecting to come on right away. I just took a giant gulp of water.
We had two people in recovery, so it's fine. We went from super successes to growth periods. Anyway, I'm coming to visit Pennsylvania, so hopefully I can see you.
Really? When?
Check with Jake. It's a couple weeks. I'm going from New York, from Propelify to do right outside of Philly, like 60 minutes outside of Philly, a podcast. So we'll be in Mamula's motorhome or something, but I'd love to see if you're close.
So I'm in Pittsburgh. I think it's like 5 hours.
You're closer to Akron. I know.
Yep. Yeah, I think so. So.
Well, anyway, what do you got for me?
I'm going to turn this up because I think, there we go. Okay. So this is kind of caught off guard. So after talking to you, I think it was last week. I'm not sure. I was on IG Live with Evan Carmichael, and somebody reached out to me, and I think I might have told you this already. I got invited to go to UK, which I'm not going to go in person, but it's super exciting. It's a men's mental health conference, and they've asked me to come and speak, and it's a paid speaking gig. So in 2022, so I'm super excited about that. And I finished my first coaching program called 21 Days to Calm Anxiety. So it's going live tomorrow for, I guess, the pre-sale. So, and it's I'm going to do 21 days starting on October 3rd. So I was just curious if you had any recommendations about, getting the word out. And I know this is can be a touchy subject. So I was just wondering if you had any suggestions or recommendations. My kids are trying to kill each other, apparently.
So say that one more time.
Okay, sorry about that. I came outside. I'm just looking for any recommendations or suggestions. I know you've launched some different things in coaching programs, and you had a fairly large audience at that point, and I still have. I mean, it's not terrible. I have 4,000 followers on Instagram, but most of them are used to me as Posh Notion. So I'm kind of making this transition into something completely new. So I'm just wondering what your suggestions might be over the next 2 weeks for me to get the word out, but not also sound super salesy, because I do believe that this can actually help people.
Yeah, of course you do. And that's where you don't have to sound salesy. If, you were giving away $10,000 to everyone, you wouldn't think you were salesy to come to your group and saying, hey, I got $10,000 for everyone if you email me. So one, it's a great thing that you don't think that you're not doing anything different. And so, in this aspect, you want to offer, what you're doing as if you're giving them $10,000 and saying, I've decided, because of this to launch this, please contact me if you'd like to participate. And then see who contacts you, and then ask them, can you see any reason you don't want to participate? Do you know anyone else that might want to participate?
Do you think it's okay to reach out to people via DM and direct messaging on Facebook and Instagram?
Yeah, okay. Of course. In person, on the phone, via email, and social media. Okay.
All right. I'm going to try that, and I'm going to hope for an amazing plan for an amazing launch. Let's see. It's done.
It's
It's
going to
done.
be
It's
amazing.
done.
It's done. As we see with the entire group, it's already done. It's just going to come at the right place at the perfect time. All right.
Thank you. And I'll reach out to Jake and find out exactly when and where you're going to be.
Cool. If you
And
can make it,
how
cool. If not, I understand.
All
You
right.
got a
Thank
lot
you.
on your plate. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye. All right. Janine's ready.
Morning.
Matt, then we'll do Bryan. Hi, Janine.
Hey, by the way, I missed some of what you said to Bonnie about going to Philadelphia, but hopefully you'll send us an email about that on the
I'll
off
be in New
chance that
York
I can
in
make it.
Philly. Yeah, Propelify first week in October, I think, but I don't know the exact dates. So Jake, we'll send it out to the whole group. Matt, make sure that everybody gets it. When we'll be in New York and when we'll be there. We'll do meetups in both cities. We'll do a meetup at Propelify in New York and a meetup in Philly or outside of Philly where we are. All right.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm like leaning into the phone because I can barely hear you. For some reason, the like Bonnie's volume was very loud and yours was soft. Anyways, I would like to provide the update on my coaching business as well as ask about my strategy specifically this week when it comes to getting new clients. So first, the update. I do have my first, technically it's a prospective client, but like he's gonna sign. It's just a matter of, as you say, articulating the value to be above what I asked for, but asking the right questions when we talk later this week to get into more detail. But as you know, David, like usually the first client is someone who already believes in you. So it's gonna go through. So I'm really excited about that. The first client, I expected a bit more of a softball, I think, or like someone more junior, but it's actually going to be a partner at a law firm. So it's more, obviously this person knows how to talk to people. It's more about like refinement and like more interesting strategy. I mean, not that any one thing has to be more interesting than the other, but it's just going to be more challenging for me than I guess the persona I had in my mind, which was like a young startup founder.
Right. Hello?
Yeah.
So was there a question in there? Because I missed it.
Yeah, no, that's right. The second part is the question. That was the update, and now there's the question. So, yes, in the meantime, I'm attending a networking event with a friend in DC on Wednesday that is real estate and finance professionals in the DC area. My friend is pretty big in real estate, so it's a group he has socialized with before. I don't know the level of his involvement, but he seems tied into them. So I'm really excited to be doing some in-person networking, and I'm of course not going to act like this is a new business. I'm just going to be very confident about what I offer. However, there is a need to be strategic and prioritize leading up to this, considering it's in 2 days. So I'm curious your thoughts both on physical business cards, a real website, or at least like to what extent my web presence is needed. Updating LinkedIn is definitely a no-brainer. I could just use that if business cards are the most important, but also if you could kind of let me know which of those items are really high priority, and then any other advice that you have for in-person networking, being confident about my new business.
Yeah. So first, let's start on the reference side of thing, which is your website, your LinkedIn, right? You want to start distinguishing the different platforms for the purpose that they bring to you. So a website is a reference tool, right? So it's not a selling tool. So you want to have any credibility and reference points and data on your website, in person, on the phone, via email and media, traditional and social media, are points of inflection, meaning they're points of being able to stimulate interest, transition interest, and share vision qualifying open minds with the open-ended question template, utilizing that to find out whether they're a sponsor or a power sponsor of yours. So utilizing that open-ended, in person, on the phone, via email, whatever it may be, doing, hey, what are you doing today? What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? Would it help you if I did this? That's going to go ahead and allow you to share a vision or articulate the quantitative value to exceed what you're asking for and create a huge pipeline of people that either need your help or know somebody that needs your help. It'll keep growing and expanding and aggregating upon itself again and again and again. And that's how your business will grow.
Okay, so I appreciate you saying I'm going to re-listen to this. So just to be clear, do you think I need a website and business cards coming into this event? And if not, which is more important?
Definitely don't need business cards. Hardly anyone uses them anymore. And you definitely don't need a website. But if you have one, just make it a landing page as a reference source that it even just holds your name, phone number. Get someone on Fiverr to put up your picture and your name, phone number, and a subscriber link or whatever.
Okay, so it sounds like going in with the right mindset to ask the right questions is more important than any physical collateral that I could create in the meantime, is what I'm getting.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Guess what? I got it this time. You didn't have to say the same thing 5 times.
No, you're doing great. And let me know what happens, okay?
I will. Thank you for your help.
Thank you. Awesome. All right. Moving and grooving. The Bangy B. You breathing, brother? Oh, no, it's frozen. Hello?
Can you hear me? Hey.
You're like a Disney movie. You're frozen.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. There you go.
Okay, cool. I guess there's just a lag. I mean, even my phone's about to die, man. Like it's just kind of crazy right now.
Breathe. Stop, drop, and roll. This is good advice.
Can you hear me? See me? Good.
I can't now. You're in and out.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm just kind of in this conundrum at this moment. I just got kicked out of my cousin's place. It wasn't even like an argument or anything. It was just kind of like, my presence is kind of affecting people in a way where I'm trying to just stay to my own, honestly, and it's just agitating people. Nonetheless, I just left, and then now my car just broke down, so I have to call him because I said I didn't want to go back, but then whatever, God was just like, I guess you have to go back, kind of thing. So I'm staying at a hotel, staying there for a month until I guess my older girlfriend kind of comes back in town from Iceland, so I'm just kind of surviving at the moment. I don't know how I'm gonna get to work without a car. And that's pretty much it, man. Because recently something happened to my sister, and she's not having a good time. So, I just don't even know what to do at this time. So I'm just kind of confused. Not confused. I'm just I'm very at peace. I'm just whatever, man. But yeah, anything helps at this point because it's just kind of literally how the burning car with the tires falling off and everything is going on right now. So,
take care of yourself. Lean into the activity you get paid for to give yourself more options.
Oh man, this sucks. All right, so I'm gonna have to. I can't hear you. I'm gonna have to do this again.
All right.
I'm gonna have to go on max, man. So just give me another minute. I'm sorry, brother.
All right. Well.
Hey, David. Can you hear me?
Yeah, your mask looked like a neck brace for a minute. I'm like, oh shit, what happened to me?
No, I'm no neck brace, just a mask. I'm at the University at Buffalo's campus for that speaking engagement I had made mention about. So it's happening tomorrow. I
Awesome.
thought, just be awesome to jump on here, and I want some Meltzer motivation ahead of tomorrow, man. I got 5 talks from 8 a.m. to frickin' 7 p.m. and 3 classes to teach, meeting with the
Nice.
dean. I need some Meltzer motivation here, baby.
Lessons and stories. So, it's not a matter of time. It's knowing what lessons that you want to teach and knowing the stories
Yep.
that best describe or illustrate those lessons, because, whether you're teaching a class or speaking or doing Q&A or in an interview with the dean or whatever else may occur, it's all about how many lessons are you going to bring and how many stories can you tell. And so, I would be, if it was me, reviewing the lessons and stories that I think are most aligned, supplemental, or synergistic, most impactful, having the host of those lessons and stories at the forefront of my mind. Remember, the stories will come naturally. It's really just remembering the lessons, because, if I
Yep.
give you a lesson, you'll be able to tell the story. It's just the way that the mind works, so you
Yep.
could name any one of the Meltzer lessons and I'll tell the story that somehow is attached in my mind to that lesson. Or if it's a new lesson, then I'm going to apply, some story from my background history or repository that best illustrates or analogizes what we're doing. So, the motivation is there. The inspiration is the lessons and the elevation that's going to occur by the lessons that you teach and the celebrant that you are. Remember, you're talking through them. Remember that you're really more concerned about what they're listening for than if they're listening to you. And so know that the more you know your lessons and your stories, you're strengthening your signal. You're widening the spectrum from the dean, who has a different ear, to the students, to the participants, all who have different ears, different frequencies that they're tuning into. And then you'll clarify your message. Anytime you get to speak that many times in a row, you're going to get great clarity, balance, and focus on what works and what doesn't work. You're going to learn so many more things about the lessons and stories that you tell, which ones to prioritize, which ones to demoralize. And, you're well prepared. You want to be there at the
Yeah.
right place at the perfect time. Okay.
Yeah, man. And the other thing I was just going to quickly throw out there, we got a slide on the career navigation talk tomorrow of be more interested than interesting. I got a nice face of Meltzer on that. So everyone will know
content
that.
and do good deeds. I appreciate it.
Awesome. And then just last quick question. Do you think it's totally kosher when I meet with the dean of the business school tomorrow? Like, they have me doing all these different business courses, seeing who else within the SUNY system and obviously other universities. If things go well, obviously, to be seeing what other directions they can point me in within the university
Absolutely.
speaking
They're
tour.
power sponsors for you. Absolutely. And get that content so you can use it.
Yep. Got the videographer and the photographer, baby. We're good.
All right. Kick some
Awesome.
butt. Let
I'll
me
let
know
you
how
know how
it
it
is.
goes. I will, man.
All right.
Absolutely.
Cool. Thank you. All right. Last but not least, the heavy hitting B. What's up?
Yeah, it's life, brother. It's good, right?
Yeah. So I was saying, you need to lean into the activity you get paid for, right? You need more options and opportunities. You need not to be able to put your success on anybody else. You need to put your happiness inside of you, regardless what's happening to your sister, your cousin, all these other people. You need to lean in the speed of light. You need to make more money so that you can create more timing, more options, more opportunities about what you want to do. So you could really utilize that independent, uh, independent energy that you have, but you need to have the pragmatic tools to do so. So lean into the activity you get paid for. You'll work out getting there, get better at it, get more money. And, it's time to get pragmatic so you have a better capability of doing and living to your capability. And it's only a short-term solution to get you where you need to be. And I've been there several times in my life where all I focused in on is creating timing and creating options and creating opportunities in my life by making more money. And I only was focused in on that. I let all the other stuff go because I knew I'd be working at, quarter tank full, an eighth of a tank full. So what I wanted to focus in on, I'm going to fill my tank first then I'm gonna race the car. I'm not gonna try to continue to race my car on an eighth of a tank.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
All right.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you will. You already have.
I know.
Breathe. All right.
Yeah.
Bye, B.
Bye, man.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We're rocking and rolling. We got huge successes today. Let's all hang in there and pray for our boy Bryan. He's going to make a comeback. You'll see. He'll do it. He'll not. Don't even call it a comeback. He's been here for years. Christina, I see you in the group. Good to see you. Everybody, thank you so much. Remember, we'll be back. Be kind to your future self. I have a Q&A at 3 p.m. Pacific on Clubhouse. You're welcome to join me. I love, especially Laurie, when you come in and ask a question. So join me anytime on Clubhouse, 3 p.m. Pacific time. Congratulations to everyone. Continue the great work. Be kind to your future self and do good deeds. Thank you.